Hello, everyone. Welcome to this exclusive webinar by Ganbare on study medicine or dentistry in Czech Republic. My name is Ratnesh, and I will be helping you in this webinar session today. Before we proceed, let us understand a little bit about Ganbare. Ganbare has a network of more than 30 countries. In these 30 plus countries, Ganbare is officially representing more than 250 universities. What that means is more than 250 universities have trusted Ganbare as their regional representative. Since different regions, different countries have different curriculums and different time zones, it is often difficult for universities to reach out to the students and guide them effectively. That is why they choose trusted representatives like us who are able to do that job for them. As far as Ganbare's track record is concerned, we have already counseled more than 10,000 students in the past. We provide lots and lots of free admission services. We are also trained by international accrediting bodies such as British Council and AIRC, that is the American International Recruitment Council. And we are partnered with all the top European medical universities. So, moving ahead in today's webinar, let us understand the Ganbare Partner Network. So, we will start with the most popular universities for studying medicine or dentistry in Czech Republic, that is the Charles University. Charles University was established way back in the 13th century, roughly 700 years old. In all these years, the university has grown tremendously in terms of its experience, exposure, recognition, and also the world ranking and popularity among students. The university has multiple campuses within the country of Czech Republic. Out of all the campuses that the Charles University has, Ganbare is officially partnered with three of the most lively campuses. I'm talking about the Charles University First Faculty of Medicine, which is also the oldest and the first campus for Charles University, established way back in the 13th century. We are also the official partners for Charles University Second Faculty of Medicine. Now, if you're wondering why the name first and second, the logic is as simple as it can ever get. Both these campuses are within the capital city of Prague. That's the reason, to avoid confusion due to name of university being in the same city with two different campuses, the older campus is called as the first faculty. In simple terms, the first campus of Charles University, and then the second faculty of Charles University, both in Prague. There is another campus that we are officially associated with, which is called as the Charles University Faculty of Medicine in Hradec Králové. All these three belong to the same group of Charles University. And so, for you as a student, it really does not make too much of a difference which of these campuses you're studying. You get the same quality of education and you get the same reputation of being a graduate from Charles University. There are two more very popular universities in Czech Republic. After Charles, they are regarded as rank 2 and rank 3 respectively. We have the Masaryk University. They offer a lot of faculties of education, but today we are going to focus on the Faculty of Medicine, and Palaki University. Masaryk University is situated in Brno. Brno is often regarded as the student capital of Czech Republic. I'm sure all of you have heard of Prague already, but let me tell you a few things about Brno as well. Brno is considered as among the most popular student cities in the world. It often comes within the top 5, top 10 most student friendly cities, along with the likes of Dublin, Amsterdam, and even London from UK. So now you know that Brno is the student hub of not just Czech Republic, but also of the entire Europe. As a university, Masaryk is very technologically oriented. They have great infrastructure and high-tech simulation centers. So if you're somebody who is looking for universities which are focusing on technology, you should definitely consider Masaryk University as well. We also have Palaki University in Olmuk. It's slightly towards the boundary of Czech Republic, neighboring other countries. So it gives you a very good cultural experience of two countries together. It's also the second oldest university in Czech Republic, established roughly 500 years ago in the 15th century. So, for students who are looking for traditional education, highly reputed universities, because of its age, obviously, Palaki is a very, very, very strong choice. So, these are the five medical universities that Ganbare is partnered with in the country of Czech Republic. Now, in case you're wondering, or if you have any doubts about why should we consider Czech Republic as a study abroad destination, well, there are many, many, many reasons. But in today's webinar, we are going to focus on only those which matter more than every other reason. So, starting with the first reason, that the medical healthcare system, the healthcare system in general of Czech Republic, is one of the oldest and most reputed in the entire world. There are a lot of doctors from Czech Republic that have gone on to be the most popular surgeons, most popular doctors in the entire world. Because of that reason, the overall recognition of Czech Republic healthcare system is known to all countries worldwide. They have a history of teaching medicine for more than 700 years. That's right. In a world where universities may just start and stop in, let's say, 50, 60 years of time, the Czech Republic universities have been there almost for 700 years now. So that's the greatness of the Czech Republic healthcare system. When it comes to the programs, they offer medicine, dentistry, physiotherapy, pharmacy, all these health science related courses taught entirely in English. So that gives you a great advantage that, along with the obvious benefit of able to interact with local people and learn the local language and add another skill to your life skills, when it comes to the education, you can study entirely in English. All the degrees that are offered by Czech Republic universities are recognized by the World Health Organization, the World Federation of Medical Education, the General Medical Counseling in UK, and also the National Medical Commission in India, and also from several other medical associations worldwide. Once a university is there in Czech Republic, in the prestigious healthcare system of Czech Republic, it becomes very easy for other healthcare systems to accept these degrees. On top of all of this, you get this quality of education at very affordable prices. We will be discussing about the cost of education in the coming slides, and you will get complete clarity on that. And the cost of living in Czech Republic is also on a lower side, which makes it all the more affordable for all of you if you are thinking of considering Czech Republic as your destination. All these courses, when it comes to medicine or dentistry, they come with 1 year of hospital internship, which means that after finishing your course, that is running for 5 years, you have one additional year of clinical internship when it comes to general medicine. For dentistry, you have 4 years of education and 1 year of clinical internship. So that makes it all the more important and all the more vital for you to understand how it is like being a doctor in Czech Republic. During the internship period, you are able to work on cases, you are able to work and diagnose patients under the supervision of senior doctors. You are able to shadow some most prominent doctors in those hospitals, and you get the feel of being there in the shoes of those doctors. So, because of all these reasons, we strongly feel that you should consider Czech Republic as a study abroad destination. Now, in case you think that how many students are actually there in Czech Republic, or are there really people who are going to Czech Republic to study? Well, let me tell you that over the last 15 years, Czech Republic has grown tremendously as a destination for international students. The number of international students in Czech Republic have tripled in the last 15 years. That only goes on to show how much international students are valuing the qualifications awarded by Czech Republic universities. As of today, while I'm talking to you, almost 100,000 students are studying in the universities at Czech Republic. These are international students. Apart from the ones which are locals, these are 100,000 international students who are also studying in Czech Republic right now as international students. So you know that the country is definitely open to international students, because that's a big number for a country like Czech Republic. And There are limited number of universities, but still, because of the overall quality that they are able to offer, there are a lot of students who prefer to study here at the Czech Republic. These are the most popular fields of study within the country of Czech Republic, which means for all these students who are traveling all the way to Czech Republic to study, medicine, dentistry, physiotherapy, pharmacy are the most prominent courses. Majority of the students here are studying these courses. If I trust some of the statistics, the number of students enrolled at these courses is in excess of 70%. And then Czech Republic, because of its heritage, is also known for humanities related courses. There are some really good universities which focus on that direction as well. However, today's focus being medicine, we will focus on medicine, dentistry, and health science courses. So you know that you are going to study in a country which specializes in that particular course. And as a counselor, that is something which we always recommend our students. That if you think of a destination, try to think of the destination which specializes in a particular field. I don't need to tell you, if you want to study hotel management, which country is best for tourism. That automatically becomes good for hotel management. If you want to think of engineering, which country is best for innovations, you know which country it is. Similarly, when it comes to medicine, you have to think which countries are best, or rather are having the best healthcare systems in the world, and that's how they become the more prominent destinations. So here with Czech Republic, you have that assurity that they have one of the most advanced or most reputed healthcare systems in the entire world. Now, coming on to the Ganbare partnered universities in terms of tuition fees and the courses that they offer, this is a simple screen which will give you a lot of information about that. So you can see all the 5 universities listed out here. The Charles University First Faculty of Medicine, located in Prague, having the tuition fee between 14 to 16,000 euros a year, and they offer both medicine as well as dentistry. You have the Charles University Second Faculty of Medicine, situated in Prague again, tuition fee ranging between 13 to 15,000 euros per year. They offer only medicine course. The Charles University Faculty of Medicine in Hradec Králové, it is offering it's offering only medicine at a tuition fee of 12 to 14,000 euros per year. We also have Masaryk University, as we discussed earlier. The tuition fee is ranging between 11 to 13,000 euros per year, and they offer medicine, dentistry, and even physiotherapy. And then Palak University, often regarded as one of the most affordable medical university of Europe, 9 to 11,000 euros per year, and offers both medicine and dentistry. The good part here, dear students, is that if you are somebody who has medicine as your first preference, and let's say dentistry as well as your second preference, or the other way around, you do not have to do 2 separate entrance exams for the same university, which means that if you are interested in both medicine and dentistry, you have to write only 1 exam per university, and on the basis of that, you will be evaluated for both medicine as well as dentistry. That gives you a great advantage of saving preparation time, saving a lot of other efforts as well, which you usually incur while preparing for these exams. So that's about the university tuition fee and the courses that they offer. You can also see the cost of living when it comes to Czech Republic. You will be spending roughly 600 to 800 US dollars a month, depending on the city. For example, the tourist cities like Prague are usually slightly expensive. So in the range of 600 to 800, they would rank somewhere around the 800 USD per month. And then coming on to cities like Hradec Králové or Olomouc or even Brno for that matter, very student friendly. And so they are more economical. They can come between 600 to 700 US dollars a month. So now you can compare them with the likes of other reputed healthcare systems in the world like UK, USA, or Canada, and you would know that this is an incredible bargain that you are getting. Very affordable tuition fee and very, very, very economical cities to live in as a student. So in all possible terms, this is once again a very, very, very good deal when you are thinking of medicine education in European countries. Now, if you want to take this to the next step, how are we supposed to start the application process? So let us try to understand this one by one, assuming that you have not started so far. If you have already started, you can think of which step are you here in between. So the first step is always to shortlist the preferred universities. At Ganbare, we always recommend that your university portfolio should be in the range of at least 3 to 5 universities, because with that you give yourself a very decent chance of getting accepted in at least 1 or 2 universities of your choice. So you should always have 3 to 5 options. So if you look at Czech Republic, it gives you 5 options. So all 5 of them are pretty good in that way. But if you're applying to other countries as well, kindly think of at least 3 to 5 universities that you should be applying. Once you have identified your preferred universities, you can confirm your registration with Ganbare on which universities you are currently proceeding ahead with. Once you confirm your registrations with Ganbare, you will then be able to select your entrance exam date as per your preference. In the coming slides, we will see the upcoming university entrance exam dates as well. Once you have done that, you have selected the entrance exam date, you have to prepare well. You have to prepare well for these exams, and you then appear for the entrance exam on the day that is scheduled. Once the exam has happened, you have to appear for subsequent interviews if the university has an interview process as well. The results of the entire process are usually available between 4 to 7 weeks. So that's again not too long. 7 weeks, which means less than 2 months, and you will be aware that you are getting an offer or you're not getting an offer. That is really, really amazing. Once you have, let's say, gotten accepted, you have to confirm your admission on the university admission portal. And then we started the next steps of booking accommodation and applying for the visa process. When it comes to visa, it is highly recommended that you start this process at least 2 to 3 months in advance. So these are the steps when it comes to the application process. Just give me a second. Thank you. So now moving on to the curriculum specific requirement. Depending on which curriculum you're coming from, the requirements can slightly differ. However, more or less, the university is expecting the same thing. For example, if you are an Indian curriculum student, you are recommended to have good grades, at least a distinction. It's not a mandatory requirement by the university, but it just shows that you have a good understanding of the subjects taught in the final year of the school, which will ultimately help you to prepare for the, or rather do well in the entrance exam. It is highly recommended that you have studied at least 2 out of the 3 sciences, that is physics, chemistry, and biology. The SAT and IELTS are definitely not required. If you're coming from the American curriculum, things remain the same. The GPA expected is between, let's say, 3 and above. So you should focus on ensuring that you have that much of GPA. If you're coming from the IB or the British curriculum, then you are expected to have at least 32 points if you're coming from IB. And let's say the 3 A-level grades can be A, B, and B. Obviously, these are the minimum requirements. The higher you have, the better it is. If you have your academics below this, you can still apply. Please contact Ganbare and we will show you the right way in terms of applying to any of these universities. Again, it is highly recommended that you have at least 2 out of the 3 sciences as advanced or higher level subjects. In none of these universities, SAT or IELTS will be a hindrance. You can completely focus on the entrance exam and apply on the basis of your entrance exam scores. Now, this is a slide which I would like you to absorb for a few seconds. I'll remain quiet. You can just have a look at this. It's very clear. You see the name of the university. You see what subjects are going to be covered. You see the exam date, and you also see the mode of the exam. So if you want, you can take a screenshot of this slide. I'll just be here for a few seconds so that this slide is there, and then we will just discuss about it slightly and move to the next slide. So I'll give you your few seconds so that you can have a look at it. All right, I hope you had your time. So as you can see, for first faculty, the dates for the exam are already declared. It's in February and April. The exam is expected to be physical, which means you will be going to the venue and giving the exam. And for India, it's in the 20th of May and 21st of May. Similarly, other dates are given as well. All this is also displayed on our website already. So all you have to do is visit www.ganbare.com and look at the different exams and the venues and the dates, and we are continuously updating it. Although the dates may be subject to change due to, as you know, we have been quite used to it, the pandemic and the related restrictions, but still, as of now, the dates are final and they will be happening as per the information that you see here on the screen. Now, when it comes to the entrance exams, Obviously, if you are worried about how will you prepare for this entrance exam, let me make it very simple for you. At Ganbare, we provide you comprehensive preparatory material, which will help you to prepare for these exams, which means that even though the syllabus is more or less similar to your high school academics, we will let you know what are the exact topics that you have to focus on. We also help you with the detailed explanation of all those topics. You have more than 2,000 practice questions, which are similar to the ones that have been asked in the university exams before. And they are all distributed topic wise along with the answer. There is also a possibility to write self-practice test, which means with the help of the tool that we provide you, you will be able to generate your own practice test and you can improve your concept retention by practicing the tests multiple number of times. There is also an ability to give mock exam before your actual university exam. So with all this, we are sure that you will be able to clear or rather have a decent chance of clearing the university entrance exam. That's the assistance provided by Ganbare when it comes to the university entrance exam process. Now, in case you're wondering why should you be choosing Ganbare for the Czech Republic medical universities, there are lots and lots and lots of reasons for that. Let me take you to those reasons one by one. Starting with this, that Ganbare is the authorized representative and the entrance exam center for several universities, and we have seen all the ones which are there in Czech Republic. We are the authorized representative. We provide end-to-end assistance right from counseling till the visa process. So once you are registered with Ganbare, there is hardly anything that you'll need to worry about. We have exhaustive process from start till the end, because of which we have been able to get more than 1,000 successful admissions for Czech Republic medical universities in the recent years. That's a big, big, big number. And I say that because we know that how many students we have impacted and we have helped in the past. And that's what we aim to do with you in case you're looking at Czech Republic as a destination. Also, I already mentioned to you about the entrance exam preparation. It's exhaustive and it's comprehensive, and that would be your best go-to tool to prepare for the Czech Republic medical universities. Not just that, you also have the ability to speak to senior students who are studying in Czech Republic universities. And I'm happy to tell you that some of the senior students are going to join us today. The students that we are expecting to join today are Hamza from the first faculty of medicine, Malhar from the second faculty of medicine, Dana from the faculty of medicine in Radikralo, and Jessica from Masaryk University. I think we already have Dana with us. Dana, are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Great. Thanks a lot, Dana, for joining in. How are you doing?
You're welcome. I'm fine. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good as well. How's the weather out there?
It's actually really cold.
I understand. Thanks a lot. So, Dana, once again, I understand that obviously you guys are going through your examinations, and that's the reason I have requested your permission for only 15-20 minutes. There are some pressing questions which the students have. I have made a note of those questions in advance. So, I'll just ask you a couple of questions. You can give your honest answer, and then if you wish to stay, you can do that, or you can carry on with other tasks that you have.
Perfect.
Right. So the first question that I have for you, Dana, is about the Czech language. So I just want to understand from you, on behalf of all the international students that we have here, the prospective students, how difficult was it for you to cope up with the Czech language? And are there any tips or advice that you would like to give to the international students on that matter?
Okay. So living in a country that doesn't speak English as a main language might be challenging. It might sound very difficult, but it's actually not that bad. We start off university with 4 courses of the Czech language over 4 different semesters. So by second year, you'll sit for a Czech final. Basically, the whole course will teach you up to A2 of Czech. So you'll learn basics, how to communicate with the patient, also your daily life activities. You will be able to communicate with people at the supermarket and the restaurant. They will teach you all of these basics. I suggest that you take Czech courses on top of that, because starting third year, all of your classes turn into clinical classes where you will be talking to patients. So it would really make your life easier. If you don't, though, you will still have sufficient knowledge to be able to communicate with them. So Czech language, I don't think was difficult. I think it was actually really nice learning a new language. It was fun. The classes were interactive. We always had this patient-doctor scenario. So you will be well prepared to be able to discuss, like medical history with your patients and also day-to-day life.
Uh,
So
you
it's
know,
not that, yeah,
yeah.
sorry.
Sorry, please carry on. I thought you were done.
Yeah, so like I was saying, it's not that big of a deal. It's really not a problem at all. And at the end of it, you will go out with a new language. You'll know a new language. So this is really nice.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Dana, for that
Yeah.
answer. As a counselor, I always wonder on this. How does this happen? Because the students are always paranoid that okay, they have to learn a new language. But then, as many senior students I speak to, they're always
Mhm.
chill about it. They're always okay. It's easy. It's not too complicated. So something happens in between, and I think you've told us what is that something that you have to involve yourself, and as long as you are staying in that country which does not, let's say, speak English as the first language, you by default start understanding and accepting things that way. So thanks a lot for that answer.
You're welcome.
If you can also let me know, now that you're studying at the Faculty of Medicine in Radikralo, which features or facilities of the universities do you find most useful?
Well, I'm going to start with the basics. So we have access to the online library where we have a lot of books that we use in our syllabus and curriculum. So this way you don't need to buy the books. And then there's the actual library where you can go and like borrow some books. So again, basics, but very important. There's the computer room where everyone will be studying there. So you don't need to carry your laptop anywhere. If you're out at the hospital, you can just go and study there, which is also amazing. And then there's the ISU, which is the International Student Union. It's very important because we have a very strong student community where seniors will be helping others. They will guide you through the tests. They have seminars for a lot of subjects like histology and biophysics and pathoanatomy, which again is very important because their knowledge will be passed down. They will teach you tips and tricks. They organize a lot of activities outside of school, quiz nights, and also parties if you're into that, sports activities. They basically make you feel at home, away from home, which again, I think is very important. And then just like mostly every other university, we get the ISIC, which is the International Student Identity Card. Other than the fact that it allows you entrance into all faculty buildings, it also offers huge discounts for food. So like McDonald's, for instance, KFC, and then trains in the Czech Republic and also all around Europe. You get around 75% discount if you want to go from Hradec Králové to Prague, for instance, which again is, I think, is amazing. Also, I would say the faculty hospital is well equipped. Starting third year, we start to get clinical practice, so you get hands-on experience and talking to the patient and things like this. So I think these would be my favorite features about this.
Indeed, and I must say the list was quite exhaustive. There are a lot of things that you like, and I'm sure the international students who are listening to you today will be all the more motivated to think of Radikralo. Coming on to the same topic once again, Dana, this is one of the most sensitive topics for many international students. That is regarding the safety. They're sending the child to a different country altogether, and let's say when it comes to Radikralo, people might have more commonly heard of Prague as a place, but Radikralo is not very well aware of it. So, how would you describe Radikralo as a city, and also in terms of safety, especially for girls? How is it like?
Okay. Hradec Králové is a very student-friendly city. It's very small. You have everything around you, a 5-minute walk, maximum a 15-minute walk from where you are. You've got all the facilities around you, so it's really nice. When it comes to safety, I've been to Prague and I've been to Hradec, and I think nothing compares to the safety in Hradec Králové. It's very safe. No one bothers you when you're walking around the streets. People are actually really nice because majority of the people here are like either students, like majority students, and then you have like old people. So it's a very nice student-friendly city. And another thing that really helps with my safety is that I always see like at least 5 police cars patrolling at one time. Almost every time that I've been out, I see these police cars. So safety-wise, I think it's actually really safe. I've never felt in danger when I'm walking out, no matter what the time it is, whether it was 12 a.m. coming back from university, basically all the time. It's very safe. No one has ever like bothered me or talked to me or anything. It's really nice.
That's great. I mean, that's really reassuring for all the parents and the
Mhm.
students who are listening to you, Dana. I would like to thank you once again, Dana, for joining us today. Ladies and gentlemen and students, that was Dana for us, and she is doing dentistry. Dana, I believe you are in the final year.
Yes, I'm on my 5th year now.
So before you leave, if you could just share your future plans with the students. What are you planning to do now after finishing?
I'm actually planning on staying here in the Czech Republic, hopefully in Hradec Králové as well. I plan on working in the faculty hospital if all goes according to plan. And then I'm still not sure about my specialty, but probably surgery, oral surgery, hopefully.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Dana. Thanks once again for
You're
joining
most
the
welcome.
session. You're more than welcome to stay, but if you have any other plans, you can carry on now. Thanks a lot for your time.
Perfect. Thank you.
Sure. So that was Dana for us. We have other students as well, and I would like to invite them one by one. I saw Jessica joining in. Jessica, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Hi, Jessica. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. And yeah, I'm here for you for all the questions that
Great.
need to be answered. Yeah.
Great. Thanks a lot. So, Jessica, you're studying at the Masaryk University in Brno.
Yes.
Can you please let the audience know what program are you doing here and in which year are you?
Yeah, so I'm studying in Masaryk University, as you said. I'm in the final year in 6th year, and I'm studying general medicine.
All right, perfect. So you're about to become a doctor very soon. Let's
Yeah,
say a few months away from that. So really happy and congratulations in advance for that.
thank you.
So the first question I have for you, Jessica, I have heard and read a lot about Brno, as much almost as I have heard and learned about Prague. So what's your opinion of Brno? What do you think makes it different or special as a city?
In comparison to Prague or in general?
I mean, both. You can first compare with Prague and then in
Okay.
general as well.
So I visited Prague like many years ago before I came to Brno, like to study. I just went for a vacation, and as a vacation, it's a really nice city, very touristic. I'm talking about Prague. But then when I came to Brno and actually came with the perspective to study, I realized that Brno is much more like simpler. And by simple, I don't mean like you won't find what you need, but it's just the right amount of stuff. I think Prague can get a bit too much, at least for someone like me. If there's too many things going on, I get very distracted. But Brno had just the right amount of distractions that would let me study, but also let me have a social life and a life beyond my books. So in that sense, I really like Brno when I compare with Prague. Also, I first thought like because I was born in Dubai, lived in Dubai, raised in Dubai, so I was already so pampered with everything Dubai has to provide. I thought Brno won't be able to do that, but I was actually wrong. In the beginning, obviously, I found some difficulties because it's a new city. You don't know what is where, which place has the better vegetables, which place has the better, I don't know, spices, things like that. But it took me like a year or maybe two, and then I got used to everything. And I genuinely really like Brno. So when someone tells me why not Prague, I have like a list of things to say because Prague is nice. I go there every other weekend to for a vacation or like a small weekend sort of a thing with friends, but I can't stay there like a city. It's way too many people for me. So yeah.
Indeed, indeed. That's good to know. I mean, obviously, students have different opinions.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and so you really like staying here where you do not have any distraction. So that's great to know.
Yeah.
I also want to know now that you are in the final year, what are your future options? Like a lot of them already, want to know that okay, after this study here, which other pathways open up for them? Let's say
Mhm.
the US or the UK or Canada, or even staying in Czech Republic or any other European country.
Right,
What are the
right.
future options in general for a person who graduates from, let's say, Masaryk University?
So, like you said, you can literally go anywhere. This is a EU certified degree, so you can go anywhere in the EU. Of course, every country has its own requirements. For example, if you want to remain in Czech Republic, you have to know the language. It's something that is essential to the country, to the people, because there's not that many English speaking people here, apart from the foreigners and a few others here and there. The majority speak Czech. Same goes for if you went to Germany or to Belgium or to France, you need to know the language. But in terms of the acceptance of the degree, there's not much of an issue, at least from what I've heard. And of course, the options to go beyond the continent exist. You can go to US, you can go to you can go back to UAE as well. I have looked up on that, and you can do that. There's a DHA exam that you need to do, and some other formalities, and you can work there as well. So the options are, like, there's a huge variety. In terms of what I am looking into, I'm definitely looking into UK and Ireland, as many of my colleagues are, because I do want to go to a place that speaks English, and a place that I know many of my friends are going to be in. So it'll be nice to have people around me who I already know. And same for UK and Ireland. There's a minimal set of requirements that need to be fulfilled, and yeah. But in terms of acceptance, the degree doesn't pose as an issue, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. So all I understand is the world is open for you. You can go wherever you want.
Yes, it's open. Yes, very much.
Great. Okay, last question, Jessica, before I let you go, because I know you have a hectic schedule being in the final year, but still you took this time out, so we are really grateful for that.
Of course.
Last question before you go. What impact has Maastricht University had on someone like Jessica?
Well, it's had a huge impact on someone like me, and I can understand that many people on this call are very much like me, from UAE, lived in a family which is like well integrated at home, with that environment that Dubai has provided. And I don't know why I say this as many times as I do, but I think it's very important to say that when I came from Dubai, I felt like everything was always done for me in Dubai. It was very convenient in that sense. But when I came to Brno, when I came to Maastricht, I felt like that sense of independence scared me, but at the same time, it taught me a lot of things. It taught me how to do simple things like cooking, cleaning, all that stuff. But at the same time, it taught me, like, okay, my parents are not going to be around me. They won't be here to guide me all the time. Of course, they can call me and tell me what to do, but at the end of the day, I need to make the step, to whether it's to simple things like going for an exam, or like doing visa work. I had to do everything. After first year, it was all on me to do it. So I could have either just not done it and just left it, or I did what I did and I made it till where I am now. So I think that sense of independence and that sense of clarity is something that I learned a lot in Maastricht. Things never go your way. That is something I learned. So you need to be prepared that things are not going to go your way. So have a plan B, or even if you don't have a plan B, learn how to adapt. That is something I learned here. Because like I said, in Dubai, everything is very pre-planned. It's very like calculated. And that's something we expect from everywhere, but it's not true. It can change. And that's something I figured out here. And now I think I'm not saying I'm an expert at it, but I'm better than what I was like 6 years ago. So yeah, that's
Indeed.
something.
Yeah, indeed. I can totally agree. I have stayed, like, not so long, but yeah, I have stayed for some of my life, let's say, independently. And I realized that when you start staying independently, you get to know a different you, because you did not know that
100%.
you could do those things on your own, but now you start doing it, so you realize the potential.
Yeah.
So that's great. Thanks a lot, Jessica, for being here. You can either
Of
continue
course.
or you can leave if you have other tasks. Thanks a lot for joining.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, so that was Jessica, final year student from Maastricht University. Coming next, we have Malhar. Malhar is currently studying at the second faculty. So Malhar, I give slight introduction about you. If you could continue that, what program are you doing and which year are you in? It will be very helpful for the audience.
Hi, Mr. Ratnesh. Hi, everyone. Yeah, so I'm also from UAE, and I'm in my 5th year, and I'm in the second faculty of medicine, and I'm studying medicine. So yeah, I mean, the 5th year is almost done. Finally, can see the
Great.
end, the finish line.
Great. Thanks a lot for that, Malhar. So I see that you are in the 5th year now. So there is one more pressing question which a lot of students have asked, and I want to ask that to you regarding the clinical exposure. So I think when you plan to become a doctor and you want to choose a university, clinical exposure is something that is non-negotiable. So how has your experience with the overall clinical exposure been with the second faculty hospitals, or let's say with Czech Republic overall?
The Czech Republic in general. So all these universities are very theory intensive. So at the end of the degree, you come out with a really strong theoretical basis. And in terms of our faculty in like Motol Hospital, it's a really good hospital, especially for pediatrics. So in terms of that, the clinical exposure is really, really good, because you get cases from like outside Czech Republic and inside Czech Republic. So in terms of pediatric exposure, it's really good. And we do have clinical experience in the 5th and 6th years. it's people think it's from the fourth year onwards, but fourth year is still clearing up some of the theoretical subjects. So most of the clinical experience is in the fifth and sixth years, and we do have it, but it's more of seeing the patients, interviewing them. And I'll say generally what these faculties teach you is you have to take a lot of responsibility upon yourself. So if you don't study Czech properly, and if you're lazy about that once you enter university, then all the clinical years kind of like don't have as much value, because you can't have that one-on-one experience with the patient or ask them that extra question that you want to ask. So I think that's really important. So it is present, but everyone utilizes it to a different extent, because some people didn't study Czech well, and because of that, they are not finding it. And the thing is, the university supports you enough to study Czech, but if you put in that effort from your side, then like for me, it's been much smoother because I've worked on it and I can communicate with patients, and because of that, the clinical exposure has been better. But yeah, that's how it is over here. We do have it, and yeah, especially in pediatrics, it's quite good.
Absolutely. It has to be a two-way thing always. The university, as you mentioned, is providing all the support they can. And now it's about the student to reciprocate well. So thanks a lot for that answer. Another question which, a lot of parents have as well, and also a lot of students is, let's say, will they be able to mingle well with the local people out there? Or do they need to mingle, for example? How is the behavior of local Czech people towards the international students?
I think in the first 2 years, it was definitely a little bit difficult to break that barrier. Even though Prague is quite a touristy city, in the city center, you would still find people who are speaking English. But once you come down to the hospital level, it's these are mostly government hospitals. So, and 90% of the population will speak Czech. So until you start doing that, it does become a little bit difficult to communicate. And I think naturally so in any European country, if you go, language is quite the barrier. And unless you break that down, they are not comfortable to speak in English. So you will come across people who want to help you. But I think the biggest investment is studying the language properly. So once you get through the first 2 or 3 years, then it becomes a little bit easier. In terms of interacting with the locals, it's mostly for, let's say, visa issues, or say if you need some help in the groceries, or say for your contracts and your residency, and for those sort of things, for those legalities is where you need to interact with them, because we don't get to meet the Czech students a lot. But again, the younger population still speaks a little bit of English, so we can interact with them. But yeah, there isn't too much interaction with the locals. I'd say on a day-to-day. I got through the first 2 or 3 years with less, and it was only the absolute necessities. And then once the language became better, the doors opened up much more, and everything's way smoother.
Great. Nice to know that, Malhar. Thanks a lot for that elaborative answer. Last question, Malhar, before I let you go. I see that again you are also quite occupied, but I mean, I'm really happy that all of you were able to take this time out.
Thank you.
So last question would be, now that you are in the fifth year, now you have 1 year to go after this. What are you thinking about your future plans? What do you want to, when it comes to specialty or any other country, how are you planning your future ahead?
So I was kind of targeting the US from first year onwards. I wasn't so serious about it, but as the years went by and time was right, then I started to prepare for that. So I gave the first part of the USMLE, the step one, in October last year. So I started the process, and I'll give step two probably sometime this year. So that's my main goal. US is the first target, and UK is the second. And yeah, the theoretical base of the university definitely helped me in preparing for these exams. But again, it's a completely different system to what you're taught over here. So you do have to put in a lot of effort from yourself. But the degree is recognized by WHO, so you can pretty much apply to any place in the world. But you need to complete all the requirements that medical board requires. But I think the best part is if someone likes the European culture and don't have an issue with learning the languages, you can move around anywhere in the Europe. Like all my European friends have amazing opportunities because they would go back to their home countries. They can choose whatever specialty they like, and all the opportunities are open for you, which is quite amazing. With just doing a degree in one country, and the entirety of Europe is open for you.
Absolutely. I mean, that makes all the more sense. Obviously, since you already are applying for USA and you know the process is working well for you and the degree is being recognized there, it speaks volume of the university's recognition. Thanks a lot, Malhar, for joining us. It was a pleasure talking to you. I see that you are outside, so I hope we did not disturb you too much.
No, I was just at the library, so I tried to find a quiet place. So I just came for a few minutes. But yeah, all the best to everyone who's applying. And
Thanks a
thank you
lot.
so
Thanks a lot, Malar, for joining us. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
much. Bye.
Yes. All right. So now we have our guest from Charles University, First Faculty of Medicine, which is Hamza. So Hamza, welcome once again. Hamza has been joining us many sessions. He's here again today. So Hamza, I'll let you introduce yourself. I've told your name already, but the rest of the things you can, please.
Of course. Thank you so much, Ratnesh. Always a pleasure being here. So, good evening, everyone. My name is, as Ratnesh said, Hamza Shabir, and I'm a fourth year general medicine student here in the First Faculty of Medicine, Czech Republic. So, essentially, still a long time for me to go. And as compared to the other panelists, so it's still quite fresh in my mind, the current status that you guys find yourselves in, and let's say, enormous decision that you have to make regarding your studies.
Absolutely. So, I mean, that's one of the reason, Hamza, you are here, because obviously, like the senior people who were here, we also wanted somebody who can relate more with, these students.
Of
So
course.
now that you are here, I'm sure you'll be able to relate to their problems. Obviously, they do as well, but yeah, that 1 or 2 years of difference, it matters a lot. So, first question, Hamza, that we have been addressing in this webinar today, and that's what I want to throw it to you. What was your reason to choose Czech Republic, let's say, as a destination to study medicine? Because when it comes to international abroad destinations, people always think of USA, Canada, UK, for going to study abroad. But then you chose Czech Republic. What was your main reason behind doing that?
Of course. So, thank you for the question, Ratnesh. Essentially, I'll be completely honest with everyone. My initial destination, my first choice was also UK and US, but I'm sure you all have also researched regarding the tuition fee for different places, and you can completely realize the magnitude of difference that exists between paying for a university in the UK or the US as compared to paying for a university in the Czech Republic. Now, that being said, of course, you cannot afford to compromise on the clinical education, on the clinical exposure, on the free clinical education that you receive, on the theoretical knowledge. Of course, that also really, really matters, right? So I wanted to select a university that would allow itself to serve as a gateway for me to open the channels to different parts of the world where I aim to pursue my higher education in my specialization, which still remains to be UK and US. And one of the ways Charles University does that is that it is internationally recognized. It is accredited by several medical councils all across the world. This includes USA, UK, Canada, and even India if I do intend to go back there. So that's a really important factor in me deciding to come here, because I did not want to compromise on the education at all, but I also wanted to pay a reasonable amount of tuition fee whilst getting the same benefits as students that are studying in other parts of the world, in different parts of the world. I still want to be competing with them at the same level without paying, let's say, an unreasonable amount of money, right? Another reason maybe would be that Czech Republic is in the heart of Europe, and maybe you all don't exactly realize the importance of that point. Essentially, my university and other universities in the Czech Republic offer you the option to do your rotations, your attachments in different countries across Europe, and they also have affiliations with these universities. So it's a much easier process for you to, let's say, do your orthopedic rotation in Germany, do your ophthalmology rotation in Slovenia, in Poland. So you're not limited to just one country. You can go to different countries where, let's say, you like the healthcare system there. For example, people like Norway, people like the Scandinavian countries. So you can go there, maybe do a clinical rotation there, see how you like the healthcare system, and then come back here to continue with your further studies. So the ability to move across different regions within Europe is quite helpful. And with the connections that the university has with these countries, it's really quite lucrative for many students coming from outside Europe. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a really good answer, Hamza. I mean, I'm sure a lot of international students who are listening to you right now would have got good information about that.
I hope so.
Thank you for that answer. Now, obviously, these were the reasons why you chose, and I'm sure you would agree that it has been worth it that you chose Czech Republic. Or do you feel like, okay, I could have gone there or I could have gone there, but are you happy with what you chose as of today?
100%, 100%. It's also important to state that, of course, it's not all, bed of roses across the journey of medical school. This is irrespective of where you study. That's the first and most important thing. Of course, you might hear from outside that medicine in the Czech Republic is, inexplicably difficult or extremely demanding. I don't think that's true. I just think that if you're coming here with the right mindset, with the, let's say, goal to work hard and pursue your dream, it's going to be an amazing experience. So I think it was worth it because with the mindset that I came here, the university, the individual subjects that I've come across have further motivated me to consolidate my interest in this field, in the field of medicine. And I have just done preclinical years up till now. As you can see, I'm just in fourth year, and the preclinical education has been nothing short of excellent. I think there are very well qualified and supportive teachers, which you'll find across all years. And the trend with most universities is that, of course, you have to do a lot of self-studies. But here at this university, at my university, there are several professors who you can approach at any time, and they would love to help you. It's just your own responsibility to go out there and get what you want, which is really crucial. And that does not apply just to Czech Republic, but anywhere else you might choose to pursue medicine. But just maybe maximize the resources that are available to you, especially in the form of the teachers, because they're always there to help. And another reason why I think it's been absolutely worth it is the location itself. Of course, I know the students studying in Brno and Prague, but one thing you might have heard from all of them is that they do make their trips to Prague every weekend or every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. So I guess that says it all, in the sense that Prague is a very, very beautiful city, extremely safe, extremely resourceful in the sense that you get everything that you need here. And it adds to your whole educational experience in that you study medicine, but of course you are also exposed to so many different wonders and so many different tourist destinations that exist in Prague itself. So overall, it's just been a very beautiful experience, to say the least. And I don't think I'll change it for anything else.
That's great. Nice to know that. A very important point, Hamza, that you really brought up in your answer was that there are a lot of people, who think that this university is more difficult than that. If I go to first faculty or I go to Maastricht, which one is harder, which one is easier? So it's never really about that. When it comes to medicine, it is by default a very demanding course. That's the reason, whether it's the admission process or it's the continuation of the entire thing, is going to be difficult. Whichever place they study this, they have to be on their A game all the time, and they have to take initiative, as you correctly said. So I'm sure you would agree with this, that it does not matter which university you are studying in terms of difficulty level. It's more on you as a student, how you are able to come out of your shell and take help from the professors. All right. So Hamza, once again, before you go, one last question for you.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah. So you're studying at the first faculty of medicine. Obviously, we all know it's quite popular among international students. So if from the inside, you can tell us what makes this special, what makes this university special for you as an international student. You have heard a lot of things about the university when you went there, and now you are already studying there in the fourth year now. What are those key things you think they might not really be aware of, and they are really worth knowing? If you can give any such information to all the international students today.
Definitely. One of the most important things that I think appealed to me here, or made me feel extremely happy to be here, is the student community that exists within my university. So an international, vibrant student community that is engaging, that is inspiring, that is supportive is crucial to your experience within university. And this applies in the sense of academic support, of course, but also in the social aspects, where different events and social collaborations are organized by students for students across all years. So you have your peers, of course, who are studying with you, but also every single senior from the second year, from the third year, who will give you their own insight into how to study for a subject, into how to, let's say, enjoy your weekends in Prague, how to manage your time, how to pursue some other goals and some other interests. So you have the chance to meet people from all across the world, from different European countries, from the Americas, from Australia, from Canada. So you get to learn a lot more things about different people and how they experience their medical education here. I think that's really important because medical medicine, of course, like I said before, is a difficult field. The studies do get intensive, but with the support that you have from your seniors, it's really convenient because they each offer you their own experience. And of course, all of us are different. That's the most important thing. We study differently, we enjoy differently, we spend our time pursuing other interests differently. So when you have the chance to get to know so many different opinions, of course, it can be confusing, but it also allows you to select the one approach that is perfectly suitable for you. So the student community being so helpful here is a hugely important factor. And I think that's one of the most special things about First Faculty of Medicine, where the student organization, it's called Elephant MedSoc, and I'm actually a part of the organization. And the role that the student organization plays is really nice. And all of you, as soon as you join in your first year, hopefully I'll see many of you here as well. You can be a part of the organization and you can experience firsthand how it is to be helped and to help your fellow peers and succeeding students.
Indeed, indeed. I mean, definitely student organizations are among the most exciting things when you join a university. And from you and also from other students, you've heard a lot about their individual organizations. And I'm sure that when the students reach there, you guys are there to help them. Once again, I cannot thank you enough, Hamza, once again for joining us.
No worries, no worries.
You guys are having a hard time right now with your academics, but thanks a lot for joining in. Either you can wait for in the session or you can carry on if you have other tasks. Thanks a lot for joining, Hamza.
No worries. It's my pleasure once again, and all the best to everyone. Whatever you pursue, do your best, and hopefully we will see many of you here at the First Faculty of Medicine. Take care. Yeah.
Thank you, Hamza. Yeah. Just few general advice to all the students who have asked all the questions, that if you have not yet registered, please do that as early as you can so that you have some significant amount of time to prepare for the university exam. And for whatever reason, if you have any queries, please feel free to reach out to Ganbare. We'll be more than happy to help you. If any question has been missed out today, it's purely because there are so many questions, but I have tried all my level best to ensure that all the questions have been answered. But if at all the question has been missed, it may be due to curriculum specific question or something which is considering your own individual choice. Please feel free to write to us or visit our website and book an appointment directly. We will be more than happy to help you. For all the participants who joined us today, more than happy to present this session to you, and really happy for the excellent feedback that all of you have given today. Thanks a lot once again for joining the session. It was a pleasure addressing all of you. Have a nice evening, all of you. We will be ending the session now. Thank you. Bye-bye.